Good morning, you guys, and welcome back to my channel for another video. Today I wanted to sit down and share with you guys about what my plans are for my fitness, my wellness, just my overall care of my physical body. And I want to thank Hydro for sponsoring today's video. So I like to do this kind of like an update check-in type of video every back to school season. And the reason why I kind of do this is because back to homeschool is like where I evaluate all areas of my life. For some people, it's New Year's. For me, it's back to homeschooling. So if you're new to my channel, I've been homeschooling for 10 years, and I used to work in the fitness world and really enjoyed that part of my life. I actually did that as I was homeschooling when my kids were younger. And then when my oldest daughter got to be around the 4th and 5th grade, we needed to be home more and less going to and from the gym training clients. So I decided to walk away from that and embrace my work here on YouTube. So I have been in the fitness world for a very long time. I have seen the rise and fall of many of fitness trends, fads, diets, all of the above. And so not only for myself, but also for women that I've trained, I've seen, what makes people successful, what makes people live their life on and off of a diet and all of those things. So when you come to me for fitness stuff, please know that it is going to be very realistic. There are no like crazy things that I'm going to be talking about in this video. This is truly just what my plans are for myself as we go into a new homeschooling year. Okay. So the first thing is, let's talk about all of the other stuff before we talk about the workouts. We'll talk about workouts at the end. So the first thing is that I need to continue to prioritize my sleep. So for me, as I've become older and just the demands of life and all of those things, I really know what I need to do when it comes to sleep. And for me, sleep sometimes has been a bit of a struggle. Sometimes it'll take me a long time to wind down from the day, especially if it's been a difficult day where I'm really wound up tight and then I'm just shuffling kids all night long and I don't have any decompression time. It's very hard for me to go to sleep. I have to wind down. And our family and my husband's work schedule situation presents some challenges there. But regardless, if I prioritize it, then it's better than if I don't. So for me, that looks like completely lights off, nothing after 10:30 to 11, and then setting my alarm for the next morning between 6:30 and 6:45, unless it's a gym morning day, which we're gonna get into, which I will set it earlier. But that way, I'm getting a solid amount of sleep. It's very critical for my hormones, for my life, for my energy levels, for my attitude, and for my workouts. So continuing to prioritize sleep is something that I am always thinking about. And then the next thing that I wanted to talk about with you guys that goes hand in hand with that is that if you struggle with sleeping, might I suggest to you, you kind of sleep train yourself like you would a baby. Set your alarm for the same time every day, go to bed at the same time every day, and develop some consistent things that you do before bed, whether it's taking a shower, taking a bath, reading a book, dimming the lights, like whatever works for you. But one way to get your sleep on track is to set an alarm. Setting an alarm will get your body into a rhythm. It does take some time, and sometimes that process is not fun. You're gonna feel tired, all of those things. But once your body gets in a regular rhythm of when it knows it's gonna be going to sleep and when it knows it's going to be waking up, you will wake up feeling much more energized. So that is also key for me, is the regular alarm setting. So that way I keep my body on its circadian rhythm there. I am nutritionally going to be continuing, I have notes over here, with my protein intake. For me with PCOS, this is huge, and it's really the only thing that I do 100% of the time. 100% of the time, I focus on making sure I get a good amount of protein in. Some days I do really, really well, and some days I struggle. And it just depends on, honestly, what I've got meal prepped, what my energy level is for doing things, but I have to eat protein with every meal and every snack. It's just necessary for me. So for me personally, I am eating definitely 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. And if you think it's impossible, watch some of my what I eat in a day videos. It is not impossible at all. And you will just see, and I have seen such a benefit in doing that. All of the things: hormonal support, muscle mass, maintenance, and energy levels, less spikes and dips in blood sugar to where you go into that super hungry or hangry stage where you're shaking and you're just, so it's just properly fueling my body. During the homeschool year, it's very tempting for me, and this is where I struggle, and it might be different for you, is lunch. I struggle with lunch. If I don't have an easy, well-balanced lunch prepared for me, then I really, really struggle here. And can I just also remind all of you guys that eating your kids' leftover mac and cheese or a few goldfish crackers is not like fueling your body properly, and that will affect your homeschooling. You need energy to teach your kids, and you need energy to keep your brain going. So can I suggest that you eat a really well-balanced lunch? I know it would make a big improvement in your days if you're someone who struggles with that. So me knowing that I struggle with that, it means that I have to be wise. And if I am busy and I cannot meal prep lunches, I have to have some source of protein in the fridge that I can just throw into a salad or put on, heat up some rice or whatever. But the protein has to be made. So that is always, always, always my nutritional focus. I do go through periods where I will track my macronutrients, protein, carbs, and fats a little more closely. And dependent upon how I'm feeling with my brain, or how well I've been doing as far as just eating enough protein, will kind of determine when I'm okay, I feel like I'm getting away from eating enough, and so I need to get back on track. And all of those things will play into when I am tracking and making sure, to the gram, and when I just know that I am eating enough. So I go through phases, but I'm never on a diet, off a diet. It's just always eat all the food groups, low processed sugar, high protein diet. That's honestly the answer for longevity for us all, including myself. As far as supplements go, I really try to keep it, pretty baseline here. I take my multivitamins. I take a vitamin D additional supplement, and then I take a pre and probiotic. I take fiber, and then I just have my protein powder and my electrolyte water. So those are all the things that I add into my wellness routine that I have just found to be beneficial for me. So that's all I take. I'll link the items that I like down below. Watch a lot of my fitness videos, then you already know that I love my hydro rower. A few months ago, I got one to add to our garage gym space, and it has been amazing to have in our home gym. If you've never rowed, a few huge benefits to rowing are the fact that it is a total body workout. You are using about 86% of the muscle in your body every time you get on that rower. There are tons and tons and tons of different rowing options that come with your hydro rower. So you can row outside in beautiful scenery. You can do a boot camp style rowing. You can choose based off of playlist or time or difficulty level. There is something on the hydro for everyone. Not to mention it is a solid piece of gym equipment, and I have been around gyms for many, many years. This is the nicest rower I have ever used. So rowing is something I add into my workout week every single week because of the total body benefit as well as the cardiovascular benefit. It is low impact, it is gentle on those joints, and so it's really a win for most people. So if you guys want to check out Hydro, they are running their Labor Day sale right now, which is going to give you guys a humongous discount. My code down below, I have 2 different codes and 2 different offers because there's 2 different models of the Hydro rower. There's the one that I have, and then they have one that is called the Wave, which has really fun colors, and that one is ideal for smaller spaces. So they have something for everyone, and the discounts are different, but the Labor Day sale will end, so make sure you guys check them out. I love having the Hydro rower in my garage. It has been such a great addition to our home gym. So save yourself some money if you've been looking for something that you can do and be consistent with. All of the information and discounts will be down below for Hydro. There is so much noise on social media when it comes to working out. So much noise. And I must confess to you all that sometimes it even gets inside my head. And I have years and years and years of experience of training women and working out and all of that. And even still, it creeps its little way into my head sometimes. So what I share with you here is really, at the end of the day, a well-rounded program. Okay, so this is what we're going for. We're going for heart health, number 1. We're going for longevity of life, number 2. And we're going for strength, number 3. I am not trying to be a certain size. I am not trying to look a certain way. I am not ever have I ever told you guys or advocated that you can spot reduce. Oh, I don't like my arms. Can I just lose some weight right here? Or, oh, I want a huge butt. So can I put some here and do a bunch of hip bridges to make that happen? No, you cannot do that. You cannot spot train. So let's just get that out of the way. So for me, it's just all about being healthy, being active, and being fit. So I have seen as I have aged that the pounding my body into the ground type of exercise every day really isn't good for me physiologically. So that's not to say I am not advocating do no cardio. Like, no, you need to do cardio, and you need to do cardio to where your heart rate is up. Otherwise, it's not really cardio. But what I am saying is like those HIIT style workouts that I absolutely love. I love the challenge and I love the endorphin rush. But what I've realized is that after the fact, I'm pretty wiped out. I'm pretty wiped out, and it doesn't matter how well I'm sleeping, how well I'm feeling. So as I've grown older, I have had to kind of reduce that and increase more zone 2 cardio, which is basically the type of cardiovascular exercise that's not easy, like how I'm talking with you right now because I'm sitting down, or even just taking a leisurely stroll. Zone 2 is your heart is pumping hard enough to where you can talk, but you're winded, right? That's zone 2. That is ideal. And that's going to be different for every person depending on their cardiovascular fitness level. For me, I have to be getting into a pretty steep incline walk, or I have to be jogging to achieve that. Zone 2 level. Some people it would be less, and some, if you're an ultra marathoner, you might need to do more. So emphasis on the zone 2 cardio being achieved by hiking or incline walking and jogging, right? Not like all out sprinting intervals, but a nice jog for a couple of miles. And then most importantly is strength training. So I've told you guys this before, it is factual. After the age of 40 for women, it is especially hard. It doesn't mean it's impossible, but it does it is more difficult to put muscle mass onto the body. So I don't want to be losing my muscle mass for many reasons, not just because, you know, I like being strong, but because your muscle is what supports your skeletal system. It's how you can lift things yourself. It's what keeps your posture good, and it's why your metabolism functions. The less muscle mass you have on your body, the lower your baseline metabolic rate will be. So keeping muscle on your body actually allows you to eat more and not gain weight. And that's because your body needs more calories to supply those muscles. So strength training all around is a win for women, osteoporosis, all of those things. So strength training for me is really important. So how do I break this all down? Okay, so what my workout schedule is going to be for the upcoming school year will be 5 workouts a week, 2 rest days. One of those rest days will be a Sunday, and the other rest day will be moved around as needed depending on what the week has. So for my 5 workouts a week, I am going to be focused on doing a really solid leg day, so leg weightlifting, a push weightlifting workout, which if you don't know what push is, it's any exercise where you're pushing away from your body, a pull weightlifting workout, a total body workout, and then a strictly longer cardio day, 45 minutes to an hour. On the weightlifting days, I will always follow it up with some type of walking or hiking after the fact, and stretching. Mobility is also so important. So that's the way that I break up my workouts every single week, and that is what I will be doing. Now, as we get back into homeschooling, I have found great benefit in doing a couple of workouts in the morning to get them out of the way for the day. Now, I cannot do that 5 days a week. Props to you if you can, but I can't. Like I said, sleeping is really important, and so I just cannot get up every day at 5 a.m. But I can do it like once or twice a week. So my goal is for 2 of those workouts to happen in the morning time, and then the other 3 to be in the afternoon when we're done with our school day. I have found the best consistency with that mixture, and for some people you might need to just always time block 2 to 3, and that might work for you, but for me, I have found doing 2 workouts in the morning is great. I get it out of the way, then I'm able to work in the afternoons and do other things that my life demands. But I also, you know, need to sleep, and so the afternoon time is great for the other 3 days. So that is what everything is looking like for me for the upcoming school year. That is my plan. Hopefully that was helpful for you if you're thinking about like what would a well-rounded workout program be like? How can I do that? There are so many resources, so I don't like to say, you know, do this or do that, because there's really endless options out there. But I will link to the like there's an app that I do enjoy that does give pretty basic weightlifting, and it doesn't matter how long you've been weightlifting, the same exercise is effective. A squat is effective whether you're a beginner or you're advanced, because it's all dependent upon the weight that you put on that bar or the dumbbells in your hands. So you can do lunges and I can do lunges, and we can use different weights, and the point is to fatigue the muscle to the point of almost not being able to do another rep. So I'll link a few things that I like down below. I'm not saying this would be best for you. This is not medical or fitness advice, but I will just share what I've been enjoying. So that's it, you guys. Make sure you check out the links to Hydro. Hydro is great for total body workouts because you're getting that cardiovascular benefit along with that resistance of that pull on your rower. They have their Labor Day sale going on right now. I have 2 huge discounts down below the two different models. One is better for smaller spaces, the other one is the one that I have, and I have a huge discount for you guys, which I'll link it down below, so make sure you check that out. There's videos on there that you can follow, so many different workouts, so many different things. So if you're looking for something that you can start the new year off with, the new homeschooling year that is, I would recommend Hydro for sure. All the information to them will be down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye.